What if I told you that the single greatest predictor of your child's academic success has nothing to do with flashcards, tutors, or expensive learning apps, and everything to do with what happens in those quiet, ordinary moments before bedtime? Research shows that children who are read to regularly before the age of 5 enter kindergarten with vocabularies up to 4 times larger than children who aren't. They develop stronger focus, richer imaginations, and a love of learning that carries them through their entire school life and beyond. But here's the secret part most parents miss. You don't teach a child to love reading, you invite them into it. Today, I'm sharing 15 fun, practical, science backed ways to raise a child who genuinely loves books before they ever set foot in a classroom. Whether your little one is a newborn, toddler, or a rambunctious 4-year-old, something here for you. Point 1. Start reading out loud from birth. Most parents wait until their child is a toddler before introducing books, assuming babies can't understand anyway. This is one of the biggest missed windows in early childhood development. Newborns cannot understand the words you're reading, but they are absorbing everything else. The rhythm of your voice, the cadence of language, the warmth of being held while sounds wash over them. Linguists call this phonological priming, and it literally wires the brain for language. What this looks like in practice starts with books that have simple rhythmic texts, like Good Night Moon by Margaret Wise or Dr. Seuss, The Footbook. You don't need to read every word perfectly. You don't even need to finish the book. The goal at this stage is to make reading a sensory experience, warm, soft, and connected to you. Pro tip, read with expression. Use different voices for characters. Slow down on words that sound interesting. Babies respond to the musicality of language. A dramatic reading literally increases their engagement. Point 2. Build a book nook in your home. Children are deeply influenced by their physical environment. If books are stored away in a closet or kept for special occasions, the implicit message is books are not for everyday life. But when books are displayed face out on low reachable shelves like they belong to the child, it completely changes how children interact with books. How to create a book nook on any budget. You don't need a Pinterest perfect library, a wooden crate turned on its side, a few cushions on the floor, and a small lamp is enough to create a dedicated reading space. The key ingredients are accessibility, books within arm's reach, comfort, somewhere soft to sit, and a sense of ownership. This is their space. For example, place the book nook in a high traffic area, the corner of the living room, or the hallway, not just the bedroom. When children walk past books dozens of times a day, they naturally pick them up out of curiosity. Rotate books every few weeks the way libraries do, keeping the selection fresh. When an old book comes back after a month away, it feels new again. Point 3. Let them choose. One of the fastest ways to kill a child's love of reading is to control what they read. When we force children to engage only with books we pre-approved as educational or age appropriate, we accidentally send the message that reading is something adults do to them, not something they get to explore themselves. The science behind choice. Research in motivational psychology shows that autonomy, the feeling of being in control of one's own choices, is one of the 3 core drivers of intrinsic motivation. When children feel ownership over their reading choices, they engage more deeply and return to books more often. What this looks like in practice: take your child to the library and let them pick anything that catches their eye. Yes, even if they pick the same book about dump trucks for the 40th time. Yes, even if they choose a book with more pictures than words. Yes, their choice matters more than your preference. For example, a 3-year-old obsessed with dinosaurs who is allowed to pick every dinosaur book on the shelf will develop reading habits that stick, because the intrinsic motivation is already there. Follow their curiosity, and reading becomes a pleasure, not an assignment. Point 4. Read the same book over and over and over and over. If the toddler has demanded you read The Very Hungry Caterpillar 200 times, congratulations, they are developing essential literacy skills. Repetition is not boredom, it is mastery. Every time a child hears the same text, they are reinforcing vocabulary, internalizing sentence structure, and building the ability to predict, a foundational reading comprehension skill. Eventually, they begin to read along, filling in words before you say them. This is a child experiencing the magic of literacy for the first time. What changes across repeated readings? First read, they absorb the story. Second and third reads, they start anticipating what comes next. By the 10th read, they are correcting you when you make a mistake, which is actually a sophisticated cognitive task. They occasionally make a mistake on purpose. Swap a word or skip a line and watch their face light up as they catch you. This turns reading into an interactive game and sharpens their listening skills dramatically. Number 5. Make books part of daily rituals. Habits are built through repetition attached to exciting routines. The most effective way to ensure reading becomes a lifelong habit is to attach it to anchors in the child's day, moments that already happen without negotiation. The 3 most powerful reading anchors. Number 1, bedtime, the classic for good reason. The body is winding down, the child wants closeness, and a book bridges the gap beautifully. 2 or 3 books before lights out is all it takes. After lunch, many cultures around the world include a quiet rest period after lunch. 1 book before nap time can become something children look forward to rather than resist. Morning wake up. Some children wake up before their parents are ready. A basket of books on their bedside table gives them something to do independently and instills the habit of reaching for a book first thing in the morning. For example, a family that consistently reads 2 books before bed every single night will give their child over 700 experiences by age 1 and close to 3,000 by age 4. The cumulative effect of this simple ritual is staggering. We'll stop here for today. Watch the next video to see the next 5 points. Follow Carrie's Bookstore for more.